And hello student, my name is Ashok Sitala. In this session we learn the structure with pointer in C language. So yes, first I share my laptop screen and here fix the position so you can watch better way my video lecture. And here turbo C++ is there. I double click and take some process, and now yes is open. Alter F, file menu is open, taking new file. And here our goal of this session, and that is we can uh, write a program to print employee information using structure and structure with pointer. So here we can two tools, pointer and structure. So pointer is a derived data type and structure is a user defined data type. So that is a both powerful tools of C language. So there is a tools, we can say that. And here we can print the employee information using this. And individual member we can initialize. All member you can initialize in taking my previous video lecture. So how one at a time member we can also initialize in C language, structure member. So yes, first we can start. So after that, this definition you can apply the student mark sheet also, that same. So let us check. So on your and our header file, standard input output and console input output and structs, that is our keyword. So yes, that keyword and emp, that our structure name, and then we can semicolon. And here e1 first we can design, and pointer, yes, pointer, that variable of structure type. So let us check. And then here we can define to our member like id and basic salary, then character of name of that employee, and then float da, then HRA, and then GS, gross salary. So that is a all logical related employee salary. Yes. So ID means employee ID, basic salary BS, and name, yes, you have to know. And DA is nearness allowance. So some allowance is there. And house rent allowance, that is a provided by company. And gross, that all are sum, basic plus DA plus HRA. So we can take the D as a 5% of basic salary and HR is a 7% of basic salary. So yes, start our main, that is a we can take. And here we can take first uh, individual static initialization, and you can also scan from user. So here I directly give the clear screen. Yes. And we can use the pointer to structure. So how? So we can take like address of our normal integer data type we can take. So here pointer type means structure type e1 variable, and pointer is also structure type variable. So that address store into this p. So that is a ampersand taking the address, and pointer and both similar data type. Like I just give example here, just so like x and asterisk p, so integer pointer. So p equal to ampersand x. So p is a integer type pointer and x is also integer. So that address assigned to p, because pointer value is a integer address of other variable. So here I just remove, that is just for your reference. So here that structure type variable e1 and that structure type of pointer variable. So that is a taking the address of that means that address of structure. So E1 address taking to P, and we can now not like E1 use the ID equal to like 101. That is our single individual element we can initialize. Okay. So you can also, yes, I first give the comment line, and let us check first print this technique. So E1 dot name, but we can name not scan direct like this round. So that not possible, because that is a string data type not in C language. So we can use one function strcpy, string copy, and here I give the comma, and that is our technique. So that is store, and then or second, first I use simple structure and then we can initialize to pointer this technique. So you can idea how one member separately initialize. So basic salary, yes, I give 1000, yes, static. And now E1 dot DA. So DA we can calculate based on basic salary. So E1 dot basic salary multiply 5 and divide by 100. So that is 5%. So here is a float data type and here all are integer. So we can need the type casting. So yes, how? So here float, yes, so that is a type casting needed. And then E1 dot HRA. So here second technique in type casting I use. So basic salary and directly multiply 0.077%. So 0 means 7 divided by 100. So 0.07. So here no require divide by 100 or no any type casting is required. And then gross salary GS, that is GS. So E1 dot BS plus E1 dot DA then plus E1 dot HRA, that is our basic gross salary. So basic salary, DA, HRA all are sum. Now let us print all these values. So that is first we can individual member initialization. And here I first not use pointer. Okay. So here we can print employee information. So only one employee is there. So we can print like first give the message. So employee information. Okay, and here provide the slash n. And then second printf, we cannot every time employee. So directly ID because we have to know now that is the information of we can give the heading. So D and then E1 dot we can print the ID and then I copy and paste. You can also print in one printf, but slash and just provide. So that also possibility. Name and here I print the name, but name is a percentage S and then that is a basic salary BS. You can also give the like basic salary all full, but here I give short and then that integer and then DA that is a float. So F, so DA dearness allowance and then remaining two basic gross means house rent and gross salary. So here I use short HRN and then HRN and then GS and here last GS gross salary. Okay, so all are print and here I just get CH. So yes, first I save. So here structure pointer to structure our goal is there. So pointer and structure STRU. Okay, maximum 8 character. So pointer to structure or pointer with structure you can use that type of word. So yes, let us compile any error one. What's okay? So okay, BS basic array is not yes. So that is perfectly now that run. So yes, here we provide the slash and otherwise all are in one line. So that perfectly yes and compile. No any error. Let us check. So all are static value. So yes, perfectly. So information is there. ID, name, basic salary, DHRA, and gross. You can also basic salary, all dearness allowance, house rent allowance, gross salary, full heading means that heading is there. So yes, now we can use the pointer to source. So that is also a possibility. In like my previous video lecture, I give the year directly means in closing. So all member we can directly initialize that type of. But in the order of declaration, you can follow the all member at the same time. You can also initialize like 1000. Okay, but you can first ID, then name, and then basic salary you can define. So that is a all member initialize static value opening and closing brace, that technique. Here we can individual member initializer. That is also I give that possibility. So yes, that is for your reference. So in YouTube channel, I already give this type of all member static value initialization. And now individual member, we can also initialize this technique. Okay, now I turn to pointer used to here. pointer of structure, pointer to structure we can, and I cut and after here. So yes, I hear you. So yes, so what is just I open this, yes, and then give same, yes. So what, so simple object means that simple variable of structure that use the dot operator and pointer use the arrow operator. That is a difference. So like id I initialize again, so 102. Okay, so we can already take here, but that is a now new initialization. So here it not requiring this because that we can now use the structure. So yes, I just comment line that is multi for your reference if you idea. So now we can use the pointer technique. Okay, and if that is also a possibility, you print all these thing and again initialize, that also a possibility. But here I use that. Okay, so we can take the address of E1 to pointer to structure. Yes, pointer with structure, and then that now we can take the name, but we can use strcpy string copy function and then name, and then in double quote run same value. You can also provide some different value, and then p arrow operator and basic salary like 1000. Okay, and then yes, that DA we have to calculate. So DA, dearness allowance. So yes, P and basic salary multiply 5 and divide by 100. Also same as our previously, and also here typecasting in float. Okay, and then HRN, so 7 percentage. So yes, I directly our previous technique. So P and then basic salary multiply 0.07, same. Okay, and last that our member is a gross salary. So yes, PA that BS BS, yes, and then PA pointer to that member DA, and then pointer to HR member. All are sum. Okay, so here that sum, and then print. So here we can use the P. Yes, so P of arrow operator, not dot now, and then P. Yes, the basic salary. So P arrow operator DA. P is a pointer to structure. Yes, and last P to arrow operator. Okay, so let us check that work perfectly or not. Yes, no any error. So that is a simple, means that simple object we can initialize individual, and here pointer to structure, that initialization arrow operator only use, that operator is chain and object is chain. Okay, so let us check that perfectly. Yes, no any error. So all are perfectly print. So that is our technique, and you can also scan. Yes, that also possibility, you can scan and print. So that is a we can take in the next section, we can take the all of scanning and printing one by one object. Okay, so yes, I complete this session. So that is a pointer to structure and also scan and print. Just let us check one. I give the comment line. So here I give the like ID we can scan, just give to reference. So here print one message. So like enter ID, because we can know the employee information. You can also here write the message for user if any new. So scanf and then percentage D, and then here is a pointer. So here you cannot give the m person, or you can also provide no problem, because that already taking the address. So here like id. Yes, so let us that I give one member is a scan. Yes, no any error. So that is first scan. So I give 101 or any value, so that is print. So same value you can scan. So I guess now we have to start already. So I now comment all our that is static initialization. So that is only three because there are calculate DHR and cross selling. Only three is scanning. So I copy and paste two times because that and here employee name. Yes, I scan the name of employee, and here we can use the get s. Yes, get s, and then p of name that scan. Just arrow. Okay, and then basic salary of employees. So I give full here basic salary. Okay, and then scan also BS, no problem. So that is percentage D, yes, perfectly. So that although there are calculate and print, yes, let us check. So I scan also, let us check any error, no. So yes, sometimes put s is a get also, get s is taking some wrong, yes, let us check that work or not, because that directly jump to our basic salary, yes, that is a happening. So here I give 1000. So all are printing perfectly, but name is not scanned, directly jump to basic salary. So what is a solution? So just you can use the, I previously my YouTube channel video lecture, I solution flush. So buffer is overflow. F flush function we have to use. And what is a, how it st in standard input, that is a string. Okay. So standard input, that input time creating problem. So buffer is overflow. So we can clean, that is flush is a clean the buffer and taking over that not perfectly output. So that means scan perfectly name. Yes, now that no any error. And I give some different value. So yes, let us check. Yes. So all are perfectly print. So yes, here I pointer to structure and static individual member, and then single means simple point means point structure variable, and pointer to structure individual initialization, and then we can scanning also. Yes, all. And now next we can take the pointer to object and object type of structure variable. Okay, array means array type, object means not a object because class is a object type. Your structure is user defined type. In C++ it is a class, and that non variable is an object, but here we can learn C, and then structure variable is a array type, and then we can also use the pointer and array structure within a array within a structure, or a structure within array, an array of structure that known as a array of structure. Okay, so here I just give idea in my next upcoming video. So here we can take in the array of structure variable, and we can three employees scan at the same time and also print, that is possibility. So that is not taking this session, but now upcoming video lecture I take the uh, structure as a array type. Structure variable is an array type variable. Okay, so here we can pointer with structure. Yes, so yes, write this program to your C. So we can print one employee information. How we can print three employee? So we can take the structure variable as an array type. So array of structure. Okay, that concept known as, and also structure within array. So we can print the student mark sheet, and next upcoming my video lecture. So I give just hint for your reference. So you can also watch next all video. Okay. So yes, yes. So complete this session. Write this program to your C notebook. Yes, and close this file. Alter F3 function key, and yes, quit. So yes, subscribe my channel Ashok C Jalaikrani. Press the bell icon to never miss any update. Thanks for your watching, supporting, and sharing my video lecture. And any doubt for this definition, pointer use with structure or pointer to structure, we can say that. And any doubt of any and any, write in your comment section, or any programming definition or in C programming or any concept doubt for any definition. So you can write and give the solution. So thanks again, and Hare Krishna.